When you start a video out like that.
Hey guys, it's Spooner here.
Good morning, YouTube. So today we're doing a little bit of ice fishing. I was on my way back from my buddy's house. I had to go grab my ice fishing stuff after church since I fished with him the other day. And then Bryce, as you guys seen in the last video, I asked him what he was doing, and he said he's hitting the ice. Him and Blake. Blake's his brother. So I decided, well, I just picked up my stuff, so might as well go hit the ice. I don't have bibs or boots. I have cowboy boots on. It's 25 degrees, which is, it's decent. Shack will be nice and warm. As long as my boots don't get wet, I should stay warm. Just stopped at a local tackle store and bought some new ice fishing lures and jigs. So we're gonna test a few of those today. Hopefully it should be good. The camera's on a little bit low battery. I didn't have a chance to charge it much today. So we're gonna work with that, try and get some footage, hopefully get on some fish. We're going to the same lake that me and Bryce fished in the last video. So we'll see you on the lake, and hopefully we can get on some fish today. Alrighty, well, Bryce, Blake, and Lucas are already on their way out to the lake. You can kind of see them. There's a person through that bus window. But they're on their way out there right now. I'm still packing the shack. I got a few more things to load in here yet. And then we're gonna get out there and do some fishing. They set up a really sketchy ramp for the ice shack. So we'll see how this goes. There's open water right here too. That was actually really nice. Alright, we're in the shack. But I'm an idiot and I forgot wax worms. But we do have some little tungsten nymph jigs that they got the little tails on them. So we're gonna try and go waxless and see how that works. But I don't exactly know how well that's gonna go. So we might have to go steal some wax worms from those guys over there, which is Bryce, Blake, and then Lucas, one of our buddies. So, well, I just dropped in. I'm on a whole bunch of marks right now. I just got a bite too. There's one. Little perch. First fish of the day. A little perch on the nymph jig without a wax worm. Back in he goes. See if I can get you guys a view of the markham here. There's a mark right there. Pretty good size one. Here's my mark here, if you guys can see that. Bouncing right there right around 8 foot. There's a big mark. Right there he is again. keep getting him to, he comes out off the bottom, and then he takes a look at it, and he goes back. There he is again. There's one. There we go. Another perch. About the same size. A little bigger and will almost be the eater size. But until then, we're not quite eater size with these guys. A little bigger. He's almost there. If there's kind of a little school sitting here, hopefully I can weed through the little ones in the school and make my way into the big ones. Would be nice. But so far, only about 10 minutes in, and we're 2 fish down. This little nymph jig is it's doing good, and we're keeping the marks around, so obviously it's interesting. Marks on me again already. There's another one already. We're on them over here. Yeah, it's just that little school of perch. They're just not quite big enough to eat here. That's number 3 in the last about 10 minutes. So I'd say we're doing pretty good so far. We just gotta find those bigger fish here. Ooh, that might be a better one. Oh man, he just fought hard. They're all that borderline size where if they had another ½ inch to them and a couple more ounces to them, they could eat, but I'm not gonna keep them. Some guys will keep them that small, but you just get little nuggets out of them. While I'm dropping back down here, I guess I'll tell you guys where I'm fishing here, and I'll show you that on Navionics. So when we get on Navionics here, you can see we're down here on the south side of the lake on a little point that comes out. And if we zoom in here, there's a little 12-foot deep hole here. It's 11 to 12 foot. If we zoom in, you can see that this is where Bryce, Blake, and Lucas were on this side of this hole. And then I was over here on the other side. And then that ice heave was right here behind me. That's where a lot of cracks were coming from. So this is a good little hole for a bunch of perch. Well, we're still on the bite, but the camera is borderline about to die. So I'm just gonna keep catching these little perch, and if I start busting into some big ones, I'll turn the camera back on and we'll get some footage of them big ones. But until then, I'm gonna leave the camera off and save as much battery as I can. I'll put it in my chest pocket and try and warm it up a little bit, but I'll get back on if I find some bigger fish. Well, I've never experienced it before, but we just had some ice cracks. I'll show you one of them here. We just had some ice cracks form, and I'm fishing 20 yards from that ice heave, and it shook the shack. I mean, I was sitting in here just fishing, and I moved in my seat. So that was sketchy, but I'm gonna keep fishing for a little bit here, and then I think my phone's about to die, so I'm gonna have Spooner, Bryce start recording over there, and I might go sit in their shack with them. So see you then. Guys, this ice is sketchy. I've had 2 more cracks go underneath me now, little ones, not like the first one. The first one was bad, moved the whole shack. Those guys over there, I went and talked to them, and they actually had a crack come through. The big crack that moved the ice came straight through their shack. So yeah, I can hear this ice heave behind me. I can hear it clicking back and forth and moving, so that's scary. And then off on the lake, I can hear cracks everywhere. I don't think I've ever been this nervous to be on 4-inch ice.
That's a bigger one.
Should I bite his head off for the views?
Now I need to
This ain't
catch
bad.
one.
All my marks went away. I'm going inside. Well, Blake and Lucas went to get, they didn't want to fish anymore, so they went to get Spooner, Bryce, snacks and stuff. And I guess on the way back, they fell in. And they said they fell in on the corner, which is 100 yards from us.
If that.
If that. So, all this ice cracking we've been having today is, yeah, might end up bad. They said they were in deep enough water that they couldn't touch. They had to catch the ice when they fell in. So that's sketchy. And we're on probably some of the most cracked ice we can be on right now. So I guess we're gonna fish. How much longer are you gonna fish?
I don't know.
I'm kind of getting a little sketched out now. It's weird though, because if I look at my phone here, it's 30 degrees now, but there's no sun. So there shouldn't be any heat to heat up the ice, but oh well, I guess we're gonna try not to fall in. Bryce has at least got ice cleats. I got cowboy boots on. Well, you can kind of see where Blake and Lucas fell in. Not really, but it's over there. Everybody else is packing up now too, realizing that it's a bad idea to be on the lake right now. So I know the back half, about the last 5 minutes or so of that video, was very unstructured. But basically, as you can see in the clips, me and Bryce decided to do a little bit of hole hopping. Kind of get out of the shacks and go around on the ice, fishing some different spots, because since we didn't really all want to be in that shack together on that kind of sketchy, cracking ice. So me and Bryce did a little hole hopping. Caught a few fish there. I got more clips of that, of basically just some talking stuff, because it was on Bryce's phone, and I forgot to go on his phone and trim the clips and send them to myself before I left. But no biggie. There's nothing special there. Basically, all the end of the day consisted of was me and Bryce fished for a little longer, didn't catch anything, and then we headed out. Walked by where Lucas and Blake fell in, seen that. Yeah, I don't really have an explanation for why they fell in. But yeah, me and Bryce got back safe. Had a few sketchy cracks that we walked over, but we made it. And Lucas and Blake made it home safe and dry. So all in all, it was a decent day for me and Bryce anyways. So alrighty, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.